As the great pendulum of time swings through the vast annals of history, certain dates seem to vibrate with a unique frequency. They are days etched into the very tapestry of human existence, marking pivotal moments where the world, sometimes loudly and sometimes quietly, irrevocably shifted its course. The 16th of December is one such day, a confluence of rebellion, artistic genius, and cataclysmic conflict. It's a day that holds up a mirror to the complex, often contradictory, nature of humanity itself. Join us as we journey through the corridors of time to explore the profound echoes of December 16th. Let's travel back to the year 1773. The air in Boston is thick with tension, a chill that has little to do with the December cold. For years, the American colonies have simmered with resentment against British rule, chafing under a series of taxes and acts they deem unjust. The latest affront is the Tea Act, a law that, while seemingly lowering the price of tea, grants the struggling British East India Company a monopoly, undercutting local merchants and reasserting Parliament's right to tax the colonies without their consent. For the patriots of Boston, this is not just about tea. It's about a fundamental principle: no taxation without representation. On the night of December 16th, this simmering discontent boils over. Under the cloak of a cold, dark night, a group of colonists, members of the clandestine Sons of Liberty, disguised themselves as Mohawk Indians. They board 3 ships moored in Boston Harbor: the Dartmouth, the Eleanor, and the Beaver. Their mission is precise and symbolic. Over the next 3 hours, they methodically hoist 342 chests of tea from the holds and smash them open, casting the valuable cargo into the frigid waters. The harbor becomes a giant, salty teapot, a cauldron of insurrection. This act, which would come to be known as the Boston Tea Party, was far more than mere economic vandalism. It was a defiant, theatrical prelude to a revolution. It was a clear and unambiguous message to the British Crown that the colonies would not be cowed. The ripples from that night would spread across the Atlantic, hardening resolves on both sides and setting in motion the chain of events that would ignite the forge of American independence. Now, let us turn the clock back just 3 years, to the very same date, December 16th, but in the year 1770, in the city of Bonn, Germany. A world away from the political turmoil brewing in America, history is being made not with a bang, but with the quiet cry of a newborn. A baby is baptized, and though his exact birth date is uncertain, this day is historically celebrated as the birth of Ludwig van Beethoven. Here, on this day, the world welcomed the soul who would not just create music, but fundamentally redefine the entire auditory landscape of humanity. Beethoven's life would become a saga of immense struggle and even greater triumph. A musical prodigy in his youth, he would later face the cruelest imaginable fate for a composer: the slow, inexorable descent into deafness. Yet, it was from within this profound silence that he would compose some of his most powerful and transcendent works. Imagine the sheer force of will, the unyielding spirit required to craft masterpieces like the Ninth Symphony, with its soaring ode to joy, while being unable to hear the very notes he was putting to paper. Beethoven became a titan, a Prometheus of music, who wrestled with fate and wrung the sublime from the depths of his own personal abyss. His life stands as an eternal testament to the idea that the human spirit, when fueled by passion and resilience, can overcome even the most crushing of physical limitations. December 16th, therefore, also marks the arrival of a force that proves history is not solely written in blood and gunpowder, but in the immortal notes of genius. Let's fast forward through time again to a much darker and colder December 16th. In the year 1944, the world is engulfed in the flames of the Second World War. On the Western Front, the Allied forces, having liberated France and pushed into Belgium, believe the German war machine is on the brink of collapse. An eerie quiet has settled over the densely wooded and snow-covered Ardennes forest, a region considered a difficult and unlikely place for a major offensive. But this quiet is deceptive. It is the deep, indrawn breath before a final desperate roar. Before dawn, under the cover of brutal winter weather that grounds Allied air power, the Wehrmacht unleashes its last great gamble. The Battle of the Bulge commences. Over 200,000 German troops and nearly 1,000 tanks surged through the thinly defended American lines, catching the Allies completely by surprise. The initial shock and chaos are immense. The German objective is to split the Allied armies, recapture the vital port of Antwerp, and force a negotiated peace. The battle that unfolds over the next month is a visceral, brutal testament to the savagery of modern warfare. It's a story of soldiers fighting in freezing conditions, of small, isolated units holding out against overwhelming odds, and of incredible acts of both heroism and desperation. The Bulge in the Allied line would eventually be pushed back, but at a tremendous cost in human life. This December 16th offensive was the death rattle of the Third Reich, a final, convulsive gasp that underscored the unyielding resilience required to confront tyranny at its very precipice. From a rebellious act in a colonial harbor, to the birth of a musical genius, to the last gasp of a dying empire, December 16th serves as a powerful cross-section of the human experience. It is a day of defiance that sparked a nation. It is a day of creation that gifted the world with transcendent beauty. And it is a day of destruction that showcased the horrifying brutality of war. These events, separated by centuries, are not isolated footnotes in dusty textbooks. They are interconnected threads in the grand, intricate tapestry of our shared past. The Boston Tea Party's fight for liberty echoes in struggles for freedom around the world today. Beethoven's ability to create beauty in the face of suffering inspires artists and thinkers who face their own adversities. The Battle of the Bulge serves as a stark reminder of the price of peace and the courage it takes to stand against totalitarianism. Thus, December 16th stands as a profound mirror to our own nature. We are a species capable of revolutionary chaos, of divine creation, and of devastating fury. This single date on the calendar encapsulates our potential for both the greatest good and the most terrible evil. It serves as a solemn reminder that history is not truly past. It is the living foundation upon which we stand today, the soil from which our present grows, and the blueprint that shapes our future. The echoes of these events continue to resonate, shaping our world in ways we may not even realize. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you found this exploration of history fascinating, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What other dates in history do you find particularly significant? Let us know in the comments below. Until we meet again in the corridors of time.